Okay, let's unpack this. In a world, well, constantly recalibrating its energy future, you might have noticed a seismic shift in the markets today.
Mm.
NuScale Power, ticker SMR, saw its stock absolutely surge. We're talking climbing roughly 15% higher.
Yeah, a big jump.
For anyone tracking critical developments in clean energy, this wasn't just another market blip. It signals something far more significant brewing.
Yeah, and what's truly fascinating here is that this isn't merely a fleeting stock market event. I mean, it represents a critical inflection point for a technology.
Small modular reactors, right, SMRs.
Exactly, SMRs. They've been quietly advancing, really poised to redefine how we power our world. Today's news isn't just about NuScale. It feels like a major step forward for an innovation many believe is crucial for our energy transition.
So, what does this massive jump really mean for you? As someone trying to stay well informed about the cutting edge of energy and maybe investment,
Right.
our mission today is to go beyond the headlines. We're diving deep into the news, the underlying technology, and the big picture. To understand exactly why NuScale Power grabbed such attention today, what it signifies for their future, and the broader implications for global energy.
Let's do it.
Now, let's get to the core of what sparked today's incredible market reaction. It really boils down to one monumental announcement:
The big one.
a new, expansive agreement. This deal is between NuScale's exclusive global commercialization partner, ENTRA1 Energy,
Okay.
and the Tennessee Valley Authority, or TVA.
Right, TVA. Big utility.
Huge. And it's an agreement to deploy an astounding 6 gigawatts of new nuclear power capacity across TVA's expansive 7-state region.
6 gigawatts. That's massive for SMRs.
It's not just large, it's the largest SMR deployment program in U.S. history.
Yeah.
6 gigawatts.
Hmm.
To put that in perspective for you, that's enough to power approximately 4.5 million homes.
That's a lot of homes.
Or maybe even more relevant in today's landscape, enough to energize 60 brand new data centers.
60. Yeah, with AI demand just soaring, that number really hits differently.
It really does. It puts the scale into perspective. It's a commitment to nuclear power at a level, frankly, not seen in the U.S. for decades.
And zooming out, the broader implications for you are pretty clear. This collaboration signifies a massive vote of confidence in NuScale's specific technology.
Right. It's their tech.
Exactly. ENTRA1 Energy isn't just buying generic SMRs. They're explicitly planning to utilize NuScale's proprietary SMR equipment within their ENTRA1 Energy plants
Okay.
to fulfill this ambitious deployment. This makes NuScale absolutely central to the entire endeavor.
So they're basically baked into the core of this strategy.
Absolutely. It places their technology at the very heart of this national energy strategy. It validates their design, their regulatory pathway, and their manufacturing approach, kind of all in one fell swoop.
And the market certainly echoed that validation. NuScale Power's stock soared, hitting 15.8% higher at its peak on NASDAQ today.
Yep, saw that.
Other financial outlets, like The Street, reported a 10.7% jump, and Stocks to Trade noted a 14.0% increase. This news clearly sent a powerful signal across the investment community.
No doubt about it. Money talks.
Before we dig deeper into NuScale's specific trajectory, let's just quickly frame what truly sets these small modular reactors, or SMRs, apart
Good idea.
from the, legacy nuclear power plants many are familiar with. These aren't the monolithic, decades-long construction projects of the past.
Right. Different beasts entirely.
The core innovation lies in their modular design. These reactors are built in a factory.
Offsite.
Exactly, off-site, allowing for concurrent construction of the power plant facility on-site.
So faster build times, potentially lower costs.
That's the promise. What's the real advantage? It promises significantly reduced costs and increased construction speed compared to traditional massive nuclear plants.
Okay.
Because they're smaller, they're transportable, offering incredible flexibility in deployment locations.
Right, you can put them where you need the power more easily.
And critically, they're designed with advanced passive safety features, making them inherently safer and potentially suitable for placement closer to population centers or critical infrastructure.
That safety aspect is key for public acceptance, too.
Absolutely. This versatility means SMRs could become a disruptive alternative power source for diverse customers. Think electric utilities seeking grid stability.
Or those data center owners, desperate for reliable, clean power for their rapidly expanding operations. We keep coming back to data centers.
We do. It's a huge driver right now.
But the critical question becomes, what makes NuScale stand out in this, well, increasingly competitive SMR race?
Yeah, are there others close behind?
Well, many are developing SMR concepts, but NuScale's competitive edge absolutely boils down to regulatory approval.
Ah, the NRC hurdle.
Precisely. They're the only SMR technology company to have received design approval from the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission, the NRC, for their SMR technology.
The only one. That's significant.
It's huge. And it's not just a one-time approval. They've received it twice,
Twice.
including for an upgraded 77 MeWe, that's megawatt electric design. This newer design offers higher electricity output and notably was approved ahead of schedule in May 2025.
Ahead of schedule with the NRC? That doesn't happen often.
It really doesn't. This double stamp of approval truly positions them well ahead of others in this nascent but incredibly promising market. It's a testament to the rigor of their engineering.
And a big barrier for competitors trying to catch up.
A significant barrier to entry, absolutely.
Okay, so beyond this monumental TVA deal, NuScale has been laying other strategic groundwork, right? Even if those weren't directly tied to today's stock jump.
That's right. They're not just a one-trick pony. For example, they're working diligently with the Romanian power company RoPower
Ah, yes, the Romania deal.
for its first 6 SMR modules, with a final investment decision expected in the first half of 2026.
Okay, so that's still pending, but important.
Very important. This isn't just another contract. It's poised to be their first commercial sale, a critical proof point for their technology internationally.
A beachhead market, essentially.
Exactly. What's more, this isn't just paper planning. 12 modules are already in production through their partner, Doosan Enerbility.
So actual manufacturing is happening now.
Tangible progress beyond design and planning into actual manufacturing.
Yes. Okay, that's encouraging. But what about the financials? For you listening, it's always important to look under the hood.
Absolutely. And while these operational milestones are certainly encouraging, the financial picture needs context. Looking at their Q2 2025 results,
How'd they do?
revenue did increase to $8.1 million from $1 million in Q2 2024, primarily from consulting work, so growth there.
But there's always a but.
But it still missed analysts' expectations of $11.7 million. And it's crucial to understand, the company is not yet profitable.
Right, which is typical for this stage.
Very typical. They aren't expected to post positive earnings until after 2030, according to most forecasts.
So a long runway needed. Do they have the cash?
Now that's the positive side. NuScale boasts a robust financial cushion, $489.9 million in cash and investments as of Q2 2025.
Okay, nearly $500 million.
And importantly, no long-term debt.
That helps.
This strong liquidity is a critical buffer, especially for a company in this early stage of commercialization, as they navigate the path to securing firm contracts and scaling up.
But what about the valuation? That stock price jump today adds to it.
And here's where it gets interesting. When we look at their valuation, metrics like a price-to-sales ratio, well, it's high, around 54x to 70x, depending on the exact calculation.
Wow, okay, 70 times sales.
Which indicates that investors are pricing in a lot of expected good news and future potential.
They're betting big on the future, not the present.
Exactly. This is less about current fundamentals and more about a forward-looking bet on a transformative technology.
That valuation does sound like a massive bet on the future. Given the history of large infrastructure projects and, even the cautionary tales we've seen in nuclear energy, isn't there a risk that this expected good news is already overinflated in their stock price? What are analysts saying now after this deal?
That's a very fair point, and it's precisely what makes NuScale such a fascinating case. Analysts, while acknowledging the risks, are clearly seeing today's news as a bit of a game changer.
Okay.
Canaccord Genuity, for instance, raised NuScale's price target to $60 from $44.
$60 from $44.
Maintaining a buy rating and even suggesting a potential 50% upside from current levels, they're effectively saying this deal de-risks a significant portion of NuScale's future.
So the deal justifies a higher target in their view.
Seems so. And it wasn't just Canaccord. UBS also boosted their price target to $38 from $34.
Okay, smaller jump, but still positive.
Still positive, and they specifically cited increased demand from data centers
There they are again.
and the support of nuclear energy policies now in play, which seem to be gaining bipartisan momentum. These upgrades from respected firms definitely contribute to the overall positive sentiment and confidence around the stock.
So for you listening, how do you interpret this? Is it a clear buy signal?
Well, this brings us to a critical question about investment strategy. For aggressive investors, this TVA deal could absolutely signal a compelling buy.
Betting on that first mover advantage.
Right, betting on that advantage and future success. However, More conservative investors might still prefer to wait.
Wait for what specifically?
More concrete commercialization,
Yep.
like the RoPower deal being fully finalized and signed,
Okay, the Romanian deal locked in.
or even the first physical modules going online,
Bruh.
to see further validation and reduce some of that speculative risk.
Makes sense. Less speculation, more reality.
Ultimately, NuScale represents a high-risk, high-reward opportunity, but it seems rooted in a strategic bet on a particular model of energy transition.
Right.
The insight here for you is recognizing that NuScale's lead isn't just technological, it's regulatory and, increasingly, manufacturing.
Okay.
However, the true test will be navigating the valley of death for nascent technologies.
That transition phase.
Exactly. Moving from successful pilot projects or big announcements to widespread, cost-competitive deployment, that's a challenge many breakthrough energy solutions have stumbled on.
So execution is everything now.
Precisely. This makes their execution on the RoPower deal, for instance, a far more critical bellwether for sustained growth than just today's stock jump.
So this TVA deal is monumental, clearly, but it's not a silver bullet for NuScale, is it?
Definitely not.
What are the biggest headwinds you see them still having to contend with, even with this massive win? Because even rockets face turbulence, right?
Absolutely. The road ahead for NuScale Power isn't entirely smooth. Despite this huge win, the RoPower decision still looms large.
That 2026 decision point.
Any delays, or worse, the deal falling through, would be a significant setback for their first commercial deployment. Then there are persistent questions around the cost-effectiveness of SMRs compared to other energy sources.
Like renewables or natural gas.
Exactly. And NuScale's ability to scale production efficiently without significant cost overruns. That's always a challenge in manufacturing complex systems.
We've also seen cautionary tales, haven't we? Like the previous cancellation of the carbon-free power project or CFPP. NuScale was involved there.
That's right. That project faced significant cost escalations and subscription issues, eventually being called off. It serves as a stark reminder.
Of the gap between engineering ambition and economic reality sometimes.
Precisely. NuScale needs to demonstrate they've learned from such experiences, showing robust project management and cost control for this TVA deployment.
And it's not like they're operating in a vacuum either. You mentioned competition earlier. There are other players in this emerging SMR business, like Oklo, making moves.
That's right, the competitive landscape is heating up. While NuScale holds that significant regulatory lead, companies like Oklo are pursuing different SMR designs.
Different approaches.
Sometimes with even smaller footprints or unique fuel cycles. This makes NuScale a fascinating case study. It's a bet on an entire industry transforming, but also on NuScale's specific technology and execution model winning out.
In what could be a diverse market.
Potentially, yes. Its current valuation is heavily tied to this anticipated transformation from prototypes into mainstream energy producers. And that success will hinge on strong execution, precise timing, and sustained policy support to overcome these hurdles.
So wrapping this up, you can clearly see why NuScale Power stock had such a powerful day. The landmark agreement with the Tennessee Valley Authority, facilitated by ENTRA1 Energy, isn't just a win for a single company. It feels like a monumental step forward for the entire concept of small modular reactors.
Yeah, it really validates the SMR concept at scale.
And their crucial role in shaping future energy solutions.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture for you listening, the large-scale deployment of NuScale's SMRs could become a foundational element in the global clean energy transition.
Especially with those energy demands we keep talking about.
Exactly. The surging, almost insatiable energy demands from AI-driven data centers, electric vehicle infrastructure, and broader industrial expansion. This deal isn't just about NuScale. It's about validating an entire segment of the clean energy market.
And providing a stable, carbon-free option.
A stable, carbon-free energy option that complements intermittent renewables like solar and wind.
Okay, so as you reflect on this deep dive, maybe consider this final thought. In a world constantly seeking sustainable, scalable, and reliable power,
The trifecta.
could this landmark deal truly be the tipping point? The moment where nuclear energy, specifically through SMRs, starts to reestablish itself not just as an option, but as a cornerstone of our future infrastructure.
Fundamentally altering the energy grid as we know it.
Exactly. Something to think about.